Hey everybody, welcome. I hope that you're all having a good day. I hope you're all out there. I had a little bit of a technical issue here, and that's why I'm running a little bit late. So I hope that you're all still, there you are. You're all still waiting. Hi, Emma. Hi, Angela. Hi, Sabina. Hello, Hanum. Salut, Fanny. Hi, some of you who I have not seen before, welcome. Ciao, Paulina. Hi, Joe. Salut, Camille. Okay, welcome. Hi, everybody who's there. Ciao, Chiara. How are you? I'll just get started because I know everybody's probably really excited to hear about and talk about Miss Mika's show last night at the Cheltenham Jazz Festival. And I will try to bring in as many of you as want to talk about it. We want to hear all the details. It looks like it was an amazing show. And I love that the fan club was, so well represented there last night. So before I get really into it, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Deb. I'm the administrator of MikaFanClub.com, which is our website discussion forum. If you haven't checked us out over there yet, please do. Create a free account over there. It's pretty easy to do. And we'd love to have you join in our discussions over there. And yeah, this is the Mika Fan Club Instagram Live, where we will talk about all things Mika and, other things as well. But mostly today, I think about the show last night, because it's the first one kicking off this year's festival season. And it looks like it was an amazing show, as I said already. So welcome, hola, salut, ciao. I can't even remember what I usually say here. Cheshk. Welcome to everybody from wherever you are, from me here in Washington, D.C. And happy birthday to those of you who might be celebrating, especially happy birthday to our moderator, Karen, who's celebrating her birthday today. And anybody who might be celebrating soon or just celebrated any other milestones, anniversaries or graduating from school or something like that, congratulations to you, and hope you have a chance to celebrate properly with family and friends. And I'm glad that you're spending a little bit of time here with us today. So, yes, hi, Nina. Good to see you here. I wasn't sure. Oh, you're on your flight to Helsinki now? Yeah, I wasn't sure how many people would be back from the UK today. For those of you who are traveling from Europe, I would have done this tomorrow, but I'm going to be traveling tomorrow. So that's why we're doing it a little bit later in the day today. So yeah, hi. Let's see. Kiara's on her train. Oh, so people are really traveling still. Hello to the English Debs. Welcome. Hey, Andrea. Hi, Mara. Hi, Azzurra Nagrato. And Grogus Mando. Hi. Grogus Mando, maybe, like the Mandalorian. Everybody's saying the show was fantastic. It was amazing. I know, I saw all of the videos and photos that you all were posting and sharing with us, and I was extremely jealous and wondering why I didn't go. Why did I not make the trip? I was out of my mind. I should have. Hi, Zita. Hey, Annabella. Hi, Tara. Hey, Michelle. Yes, thank you all for sharing your videos and your photos. It really helped for those of us who were just at home wishing we were there with you. So let's see here. Sarah, hi. Sarah DiMartino. Hi, Carla. Hi, Michael. Welcome to those of you who are just joining us for the first time. Before we start trying to bring in people, which I hope works today, because like I said, I had some problems getting started here. So I hope the internet is going to allow us to, connect with people. Nina says she can read the comments, but the streaming is frozen. Oh, geez. That's too bad. Let's see. Angela says, where to? Where am I traveling to? Just to the beach, our house at the shore. We've got to do some work down there, even though it's going to be a rainy weekend. So that's where I'm headed. Okay, so before I get started, I did have a couple little bits of news to share with you. You may have seen the other day, Mika announced another date. I thought we were all done with all of the summer dates, but they snuck one more in. And this one is for the 26th of July in Marbella in Spain. Tickets for that show went on sale today. It's called the Starlight Occident, I think. And it looks like it's a month-long event in Marbella where they have everybody from Rod Stewart to, just so many names, big names and names I'm not familiar with. And Mika is on July 26th. So, if you feel like making a trip to Marbella, or you happen to be lucky enough to live there, July 26th, you can see Mika there. One other thing I wanted to talk about was our yearbook. As you may know, we put out a sort of memory book every year recapping the Mika events of the previous year. So right now we're working on the yearbook for 2022. And deadlines for getting your submissions into us are approaching. The deadlines for many things the deadline is April 30th, which is just a few short days away. So if you're interested in submitting artwork or a message to Mika, or you want to write a report about a gig or some Mika event that you were lucky enough to see last year, please go over to our forum and search for our yearbook discussions, and that will give you the details of, what the file size needs to be, how many words if you're writing a report, that kind of thing. And then, of course, the email to send all of your submissions to. So, just a reminder that the deadline for many of the things is this April 30th, and then I think some other things we've extended the deadline into May. So please, if you want to participate, this is your time. You've got to go do it. I wanted to also mention we do have an alternative Instagram account, and it's called Mika Fan Club 2, and that's TOO, not the number 2, but TOO, like also. And we tried to use it a little bit yesterday. Karen did an Instagram live from the festival, and we're going to try to do some other things with it, maybe do some fan takeovers and things like that in the coming weeks. So if you would like to follow over there, it is a legitimate account. It is truly a Mika Fan Club account, not a fake account. So please go over and follow that account as well. And finally, before we get into it, and I see, thank you for saying you wish I had been there. I wish I had been there. I am pretty sorry that I wasn't. The English Debs said, really want to thank Karen, aka Melody, spent the evening being super grateful to be part of this community, this amazing community. Thank you. We're happy that we have a great community, and I'm glad to have people come. I really wish you can come to Egypt, and I wish Mika can perform here. I have been to Egypt many, many years ago, and I would love to go back. And I don't know if Mika will. I know he's been there on holiday, but he's never been there to perform. So, Bubble Glam Girl says the venue at Marbella is a luxury venue. I would imagine so, because I think that's a luxury place. And she says she got second row. That's awesome. You're going to have a great time. Welcome to everybody else coming in here now. Nina says if you need any photos from North America. Yes, Nina, I think we will actually need for the yearbook. We will probably need some photos, and your photos are always so great. We would appreciate them. So thanks. Thanks for the offer. Other people coming in and saying last night was amazing. Shazad is here. Hi, making it for 10 minutes. Okay, I'll try to squeeze a lot into your 10 minutes, Shazad. Let's see here. Okay. South Africa is the spot he needs to come to. I spammed his TikTok, Shazad says. Yeah. Well, you know, he had the South African singer, Namfundu Mo, who sings with him on the song Feels Like Fire. He brought her there for the show last night. I'm jumping ahead. Let me just finish this. One more thing I wanted to talk about, and then we'll talk about the gig last night. Pride Month is coming up in June. Next week's already May, so it's getting close. And CJ and I have been talking, throwing some ideas around about what we can do to make this Pride Month special. I just wanted to invite anybody else who might have some ideas about what we can do to celebrate Pride this year. Please write to either CJ or myself. If you know, CJ is, I forget what her handle is here. Just, I forget. Well, CJ, if you're here, post your name. Well, write to me here if you have any ideas, and I'll pass them on to CJ. How's that? So let's see here. Yeah, so those are the things that I wanted to make sure that I talked about. The new date in Marbella, yearbook deadlines, the second Instagram account for MFC, and Pride Month. All right, so now we can get into it. Now we can talk in earnest about our about the gig last night, and you can all make me you can make me feel really bad by telling me how great it was. And somebody has written here, sent a question saying, how does one get over concert envy? They said they're feeling like a terrible person. You don't get over it. I mean, I can't even tell you how upset I was with myself last night for not making the effort to go to the show. When you see how great it was, you can't help but feel envious, right? So, anyway, let's see here. Hi, Travis. You had to restart the app. You kept crashing. Oh no, that doesn't bode well for us, because I had some trouble getting connected today too. Let's see. Hi, Ernesto. Sorry, I randomly am waving at people because my thumb keeps going over the thing. Let's see. Okay, you're saying people didn't dance? Wow. I can't believe that. Such a good set list. Jord X Matthews says, Feels Like Fire was incredible live, and it was so nice to meet him after the show. I'm glad that he was able to come out and spend some time signing and talking to people. I saw a video of that, and that made me happy that so many of you had a chance to connect with him in person, not just see him on stage. So, PJW Photography says, I went last night, but desperately want to go to Bristol too. Well, I'm sure there's tickets still available. And Bristol is June 21st. So you have a little bit of time to make up your mind, right? There's nothing wrong with going to see him again. So if you can afford it and you have the time. Kathy Dujardin, good evening. Bisous. Back to you, Kathy. Let's see. Phoebe says she's been very emotional today. Yeah, it's the adrenaline you get from one of those shows, right? And sticks with you for a while. Steele says as soon as he got back home, his mom bought tickets for Bristol. That's awesome. And George says she got to, I think it's a she, I think it's a she. Sorry, they got to show their Tiny Love tattoo that they just got 3 hours beforehand. Ciao, Carlotta. People were pushy. Well, that's always going to happen. You can't help that. People get excited and they forget manners. And yeah. Let's see. Ciao, Lorella. Okay, so I am going to try to bring Karen in if you're ready, so she can kick the conversation about the gig off. And I then will try to bring in as many of you that want to talk as possible. If you want to send a request to join to talk about the show, that would be great. Otherwise, I will try to bring you in. I have figured out I can do it even if you don't send a request. Chloe asked, am I coming to Japan? No, I am not, unfortunately. I wish, but no, not in the cards. I had really hoped, too, that the next time Mika went to Japan or to Asia, I would be able to go, but it's not working out this year. So he'll just have to go again, and maybe by then I'll be able to go. Okay, Karen says okay, so that's good. PJW says it was their friend's first time seeing Mika. She's been telling me all day how much she loved it. Yes, I don't know how you could go to a show like that and not come away, just being smitten by Mika. Mm. There we are.
Hi.
Hi. I was starting to hold
It
my
worked.
breath.
That's good because Instagram has been playing up for me a bit too. It stopped working on the desktop. I just had to switch to my phone. So it's
Yeah.
weird. Usually that just happens when you bring someone live, and it happened just randomly before. But it's working, so all good.
I couldn't use my iPad today for some reason. It worked fine last week, but today it wouldn't. So anyway, so happy birthday.
Thank you. And it seems more synchronous with the sound and the picture than the last time we talked.
I
know. Somehow the sound was a bit off then.
Well, let's hope it stays that way.
Yeah.
Michelle says she made a sacrifice to the internet gods, so hopefully everything will be good.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, Michelle, long time no see, right?
Yes. So
yeah, it was great seeing everyone yesterday.
Yes.
And it's like they said, because there were especially the first two rows. We had actually fourth row tickets. We got them the night before. We saw them on the Cheltenham website. And we got tickets in fourth row, and then we saw in front of us there were like 8 places empty. So like after the second song or something, I climbed over the seats to get to third row. And the first 2 rows they were sitting most of the gig because it was those patrons who pay a yearly fee, and I think they get the tickets included in that. And and they stayed seated, so it was like front row center for me, because I was standing and I kept standing up, and Mika is actually he told us not really like stand up, but he said some things, to get us dancing, and that like don't be shy, something about prudence and stuff. It's I don't remember the exact words. I think I got it on video. Anyway, it was clear that, and then he also motioned like a little bit, like I think to Michelle once and to me once to get up, because people after the song, people were like, sit down. They were all sitting down again.
Clearly,
Because for Big Girl, everyone stood up for the first time.
people who had never been to a Mika
Yeah,
show before.
exactly. It was like, I was thinking all the time, that's not how a Mika show works. Come on, people stand up.
Get up.
Yes. So I stood up, and as I was in third row, well, right behind me there were other fans. There was Emily, who made the cake for the birthday party
Right.
last year. She was right behind me. I think she stood up a few more times, and then people behind us just had to stand up too, because otherwise they wouldn't see. So yeah,
Yes, and Emily's quite tall,
yeah,
so they
yeah.
really
Well, I'm not that small too, and so there was also a tall woman in front of us. When she stood up, we saw how tall she was, but it's on the side from me, so I had direct view of Mika most of the time. That was really good,
yeah.
and he made eye contact with fans and they interacted, and that was really good. So.
Yeah.
It was an amazing start. Usually the first gigs are a bit like, getting used to it, and this one was excellent. Those first songs were a bit getting people into the mood, like he used to say at the old gigs in the old days, half of the gig is with us and the other half is with you. I think he should start saying that again, because people didn't know, They were like, oh, we can watch. It's not like that.
Yeah. So did he start with Lollipop as he
Yes.
was doing? Okay.
Yes, and he told a story that he had told before, just like a short version of it, like with a gray town and everything was gray, and then came the girl in pink and messed it all up, something like that. Yeah. So the story he told, and then he sang Lollipop, starting slowly and then getting fast, but everyone just stayed seated for Lollipop. I think second one was Origin of Love, if I'm not mistaken. Um, and then I don't remember which came next. Yeah, but what was special, what was like new in the set list compared to last year was he played Rain and Billy Brown. He only played it rarely last year, a popular song. Um, and yeah, of course, Nomfundumo came. We had heard that he would play Feels Like Fire. We'd heard it from outside, and also the duet they did, but we didn't know who was the duet partner.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't expect that Nomfundumo would actually come, and he made this long introduction, and then said, yeah, she's here, and so that was nice, nice surprise. And I tried to film Feels Like Fire as well, but I realized in the end that I had forgotten to press
Uh,
press the record button.
uh,
But some fans have it, so it's fine.
well,
I saw Nina have
can
it.
I tell you that I knew that she was going to be there,
Oh,
and
really?
it was so hard for me not to say anything to anybody, because it was such a big surprise, and I was like,
Yeah.
I can't
Mhm.
say.
Yeah, we were wondering outside who's singing with him. Is it Ida or someone from the gospel choir? Because we heard the gospel choir in the background, so we thought maybe it was someone from
Right,
them. Yeah.
right. That was so cool.
It was a nice
Yeah, her
surprise.
voice was amazing too. I
Yeah.
mean, she really, like, on that other song, the other song they did, the
Yeah.
Harry Bailey.
That had such funny lyrics. I had heard it before, but I don't know. I think Mika once told about it or something. I don't know. It must be somehow related to Mika that I heard it before.
Yeah.
But it was nice to see it live and see them performing. So it's funny lyrics.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very, very funny. Yeah. So what was the standout moment for you? Was it seeing her or was there some standout moment of the show?
Um, that's a good question. Like for me personally, I think it was more like the interactions I had with
Mhm.
Mika, and that I was one of few who was the first ones of standing up, and I think Mika appreciated that we were like trying to get people in the mood.
Right.
And helping a bit like that. And Mika was really into it. I loved that because he was really very energetic and putting everything in his performance. That was so good to see. It was just so good to see him again in general, you know. And he once, because I was wearing a pink blazer, like he has pink jacket,
Mhm.
and so when I stood up for the first time, and he said like, oh, so, showing his pink jacket, and I said, yeah, I have a similar one. That was nice too. So, but generally of the show, I don't know. I always like Tiny Love.
Mhm.
That was my favorite, and Love Today. So energetic as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything. It was just a great atmosphere.
The clips I saw, somebody here has mentioned underwater,
Hmm.
and I have to say, when
It's
I saw
beautiful.
that clip, I don't know, I can't remember whose it was, with him standing in the audience, right, and then
Yeah,
suddenly all the lights came on.
yeah.
That was really stunning.
Yeah, he was. The lights came on first, also, and then when he was in the audience, he did what he used to do, like put the lights down and put the lights up at the same time. So that's always a good effect.
Yeah,
So that was a nice moment, but he was so far away from me, so of course I preferred the moments where he was closer.
sure,
But
of course.
yeah. That was really nice. And then of course then the hearing feels like fire live, especially with Namfundu and also that duet was also very nice. So yeah, I don't know. It's all fantastic.
So it was worth the trip.
Yes, definitely. And we saw him before the show. There were two or three British fans who asked him to come to sign something for them because we were just waving to him, and because all of the MFCers who were there, like 10 people maybe, we had all met him before and we didn't want to bother him. But the English, they hadn't met him, so they asked him for autographs, and he was happy to come there and sign a few things with them. I think it was so sweet how he made contact again with his British audience, because he hasn't been there for so long, and he was happy to meet them. I think even after when he came out after the show, um, there was this fence where the cars came through, and uh, we thought maybe he would stay behind the fence and sign through the fence, but he actually came out of the
Oh,
fence to the fans, and of course then everyone was like pushing towards him, and I was really it was great of him that he did that, that he went out,
right.
and I think he did as much as he could, with signing.
Yeah.
Of course, we couldn't stay for ages because there were so many people. I stayed in the back because I had seen him so often, and I knew there were people there who had never seen him before, and so I was happy that they got that chance. And he saw me and waved from the back, so
Yes.
I'm happy too. Yeah,
Well, I'm glad for you. I'm glad that it was a good experience, and I'm glad to see all the clips, and I'm glad to hear your excitement, and
yeah.
I'm glad. I
I
wish
want to
I wish I had been.
I want to go to some more shows now this year.
I know.
Next one, the next one I for sure is in July only. It's so far away. So, well,
I, I know
I
you.
don't want to talk too much to you about it because I know it's worse for you. So, but you know how
Well,
it is, right?
looking at the list of dates again, and thinking, is there any way I can manage any one of these dates?
Like
So
holiday in Spain or something.
we're, we'll see. We'll see. I was looking at them this morning. I was looking at them last night. I'm like, is there any way? We'll see.
Hmm.
But yeah, just really. Oh well. Well, I'm glad. I'm happy that you're so happy. That's a
Yeah.
good thing.
Still on the gig high,
Yeah.
yes.
Well,
And
I'm
it
going
was
to
also so nice that they filmed us for the TikTok and Instagram for this.
ask about that. Did you know what they were doing?
Yeah,
Did you
well,
know?
we saw before the show, Adam and Andy. They were like looking for a place to film, and we thought they would film something of Mika, but then actually they came to us and said, now come with us. We want to film you for a TikTok," and and they told us what it would be. You know that it was this Wes Anderson, I think was the name. I hadn't heard of him because it's not the kind of movies I watch, but some of the others knew, and Adam was like, "Oh, it's a trend on TikTok, and we
Yeah,
want to do that." And so we at first had to look very serious and then smile. I don't. So apparently they didn't include the smile. Maybe they do something else.
yeah,
I don't know how it works, how this trend works. I haven't seen it before, but it was nice. We repeated a few times, and
yeah.
yeah, it was quite nice.
Oh,
And yeah, they told us, and I didn't think they would publish it that fast. So it's just within a
yeah,
day. Nice.
glad they did because I had seen
Hmm.
Friend. I had seen it maybe a day or two ago, and so when they did it perfectly too. It was great. It was great.
Yeah, yeah. And Adam said something like, "It will make sense when we cut it."
Right.
Oh.
Well, thank you so much for sharing with us, especially on your birthday when you could be celebrating with
Well,
your family.
I'm celebrating with you guys. I've been celebrating yesterday with my MFC friends. They sang "Happy Birthday" for me in 7 different languages, so
Nice.
that was really cool. And celebrated this afternoon and evening with my family, and now I'm celebrating with everyone else from MFC. So big celebration. I'm happy.
Well, good.
And thanks for having me on.
Yes. Well, thank you. And I'm going to see if I can bring somebody else in if
Yes.
the Instagram gods will allow. So
Hmm.
we'll see. Okay. Well, thanks
Okay.
again. We'll talk to you soon. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye.
Okay. Let's see here. Let's see. Michelle, I'm going to see if I can bring you in here. Yes. Hi, Rose. Hi, Savon. I think you snuck in while I was talking. Hey, there's Michelle. So, hi.
Hello. I made
It's
I made a
so far so
sacrifice, so
good.
it should
So
work,
I
and it
won't.
does.
So how are you doing?
Yeah. I'm doing really great. I'm just a little bit tired because I didn't get a lot of sleep. But for the best
Yes.
reasons,
And
for the
was it
best
worth
reasons.
the
Hi,
trip for
everyone.
you too? Did you have as good of an experience as Karen seems to?
Yes, same. It was really really good. And yeah, yeah. I mean, there were only highlights, honestly. Like, so you were asking Karen, so what are your highlights? I'm like, pretty much everything. So, I mean, I can
Well,
choose.
I saw when in the comments here somebody made a comment about the when his pants nearly fell down, or he said they were about to fall down, and pretty funny. That,
Yeah. It didn't happen. It
right.
didn't happen. Fortunately for him, it didn't happen. It was the green suit, and it was
Mm-hmm.
really like it was very loose. And I was already thinking, I hope that goes well. That was the first fear of mine because he just jumps up and down, right? And has no regards for the wardrobe malfunctions that could happen when he's dancing. So he was just jumping up and down like, oh God, I hope he doesn't fall off. And then after I think the second song, he said, I think I'm gonna change my clothes because my pants are about to fall off. No, wait, they're falling off,
Yeah,
and I don't want to
it
send
would have
him a
been a little
breeze.
embarrassing, right?
Right,
Yeah.
it would be
So I
incredibly
see
embarrassing.
that Namfundo Mo has joined us. Hi.
Oh wow, hi. You were amazing yesterday. I got chills down my spine. It was absolutely
Yeah,
fantastic.
and
Thank
we
you for joining
we
me
were
on stage.
talking about you earlier, and so your ears must have been burning, as they say, but it was all good. Uh, so it's nice to see you here. Um, so yeah, that was a big surprise to see that she was there, and to hear, and
Yes,
we just thought,
absolutely.
I was one watching the videos and thinking, what a voice. Couldn't believe it was great.
Yes, yes. It was amazing live. It was amazing. And the thing is that, so what Karen
Mhm.
said is that a lot of people were sitting down and in the beginning. And we also already saw
Mhm.
pictures of previous years in the big top that people were sitting down. So we were like, I hope people won't tell us to sit back down because that would really suck. But actually, what happened is that there was a gentleman next to me, and he had never
Mm.
really heard of Mika before even, and he just wanted to join a show, and he just got the ticket the day before, and he said to me, "So have you seen him before?" I'm like, well, yeah, and just a few times. And but I'll tell you what, I'm here from Germany, and there are many of my friends who have come all over Europe to see him. So that says a lot about what's about to take place. So, but you know what? I'm not going to spill anything. Just enjoy the show, and you're in for a treat. And he was like, well, okay, well, okay. And actually, the entire show he kept sitting down. So I was like, I hope he's
Right.
having a good time because I couldn't, you know. There was this little person on my shoulder sitting like, this little voice going, be a decent person and don't stand up because people behind you won't see. But then there was this other little voice in my head going, no, but there's so much energy going on that you're absorbing, it needs to, go out. So I couldn't. And funnily enough, actually, people didn't mind. No one said to sit down. It actually encouraged them to also stand up. But it took a while. And I asked a gentleman later who only stood up for the last two songs. And he said, you know what? You were absolutely right. He is absolutely amazing. So even if he wasn't dancing as crazy as we were, it didn't mean he wasn't enjoying himself. And I think it was the same for many in the crowd because the energy, although many were seated, was really, really good, and it was really amazing. And Mika was able to convince them all and
Yeah.
take
Wow.
everyone
Well,
with him.
I know exactly what you're talking about because when I went to Toronto last year, we had the same kind of scenario. We were in a box kind of situation, and
Right,
there were two older guys
right.
next to me at a table, and they just wanted
Hmm.
to sit and have their cocktail and watch. And the way the box
Right.
was angled, I was probably blocking their view, and I was up and down, and I really bad. I didn't, and I even said to
Yeah.
them at one point, "I'm really sorry, but I can't sit and have my drink."
Yeah.
So they were fine.
No. Yeah. They were fine. And also, I mean, like a wise poet once said to you, I mean, you're really, really short. So, even if you were standing
Yes,
up, still
yeah,
people would still be able to see things.
that's true.
So
That's
it's all right.
but well, I'm glad that you had such a good time, and
Yeah, you could tell by the TikTok, right? I mean, the expression on our face, you could see that we were having the time of
TikTok
our
was
lives.
hilarious. That was fun.
It was hilarious. It was. I'm very curious to
Yes,
see what else is
but
coming out.
they captured that trend perfectly. They definitely got the essence of what they that was supposed to be. So that was yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, thank you very
definitely.
much for sharing with us, and I will see if I can
Yeah, you're
bring
welcome.
somebody else in to join and for a minute. So
Of
thank
course.
you, and we'll.
Right.
Oh, thank you. Okay,
Thank you
bye
for
bye.
having me. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Um, Namfundo, would you want to talk to us? I can bring you in just like I had, like I brought in Michelle there. You don't, there's no pressure if you don't want to, or maybe you're gone already, I don't know. But if you would like to, you could just write in the chat and I'll bring you in. Um, Otherwise, just thank you so much for being there last night. It was amazing. And it was, even in the videos that I got to see, it was clear what a great rapport you had with Mika, and really added so much to the show. Um, yes, So maybe she has gone. Oh no, she is there. Okay, well, let's hope the internet works and we can bring her in. Oh, that's excellent. Hi.
Greetings.
Hi. What a pleasure to meet you and here.
Likewise, mommy. Forgive me, I'm at the airport, but I can talk.
Oh, well, that's great. Thank you so much. I was not at the show last night, unfortunately, but the videos were amazing, and I hope that you were given a very warm welcome because it was really you were fantastic. So.
So much. It was super, super amazing, I have to say. For people who were meeting me for the first time, the love, it was super, super heartwarming, and I'm definitely hoping to see you guys again soon.
Oh, I hope so. That would be great. Well, so you're going back home now? That was a very quick trip for you?
Oh, yes. I actually just came for this concert because it meant so much to me. Sharing a stage with Mika, it's something that I had to do. So I just had to grab the opportunity.
Well, the song "Feels Like Fire" is so amazing, and we all had been talking before the show about whether Mika would perform it live without anybody to sing with, and so it was really kind of a dream come true that he actually did bring you there and that you were able to do it. So
it's a pleasure because I also saw how you guys were reacting to the song, putting it on your IG stories, and I think Mika just saw that it was indeed a good idea to invite me over, and I was like, say no more, I'm definitely coming.
Well, we're just delighted. Thank you. And thank you so much for taking a minute to talk with us now. I won't hold you up since you're at the airport, but have a very safe trip.
Lots of love. Thank you.
Again. All right.
Bye.
Bye. Wow, that was an unexpected treat. I really did not expect that, but that was great. So yeah, it would be nice if he could bring her up again and more of us could get to see her perform live because she really was so great. Her voice was so strong and clear and so good. Okay, so let's see. We're coming up to the top of the hour here. I'm going to see if I can. A lot of her fans seem to have come online. That's cool. I'm happy to see you all here. Steele, I think if I can bring you in, if you would like to talk, I can bring you in for a second here. And we can get your impressions of your first Mika concert. There we are.
Hello.
Hi.
Hard act to follow.
No, it's
Jeez.
That's so.
Hello.
At home, and have you recovered now?
I wouldn't say recovered. I'm still rewatching all the videos.
Yes. Yeah, that's
Okay.
I can totally understand that. I do the same thing after a show. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and so your mom has been converted as well.
So for the last 2-3 years, whenever I'm playing music, Mika music, she screams, "Turn it off!" She doesn't really like the songs. And the entire 6-hour drive there, I wasn't allowed to listen to any of it. She didn't really want to go to it, right? But then as soon as we got to the venue, I was nervous to see how it was, and she went, "That was amazing." And as soon as we got home after our journey, we listened to Mika the entire way home. Her playing it the entire way home. We never stopped. And as soon as we got home, she said, "Something wrong with my phone." I came downstairs to look, see what it was, and on her phone was tickets to go to Bristol. So she's hooked.
That's fantastic. I'm very happy to hear that.
Bella put it beautifully. She said, "Welcome to the tunnel." She's just entered. She's gonna be stuck forever.
Yep. Well, like I said, tell her to join the club. She can
exactly. And she's already met half the people.
That's right. Well, she can have a place to go to just to talk about stuff. So
Exactly.
well,
She was regretting not being in the TikTok. So she was, because I was standing at the side and Andy walked past us, and I realized who it was immediately. I went, that's Mika's boyfriend. She went, no, it's not. No, it's not. I went, yeah, it is. And he went, do you want to be in the TikTok? I went, and my mum went, yeah, go for it, and pushed me into it. So I went, okay, fine then. So yeah.
that was good. Yes.
Great.
I think when I saw the TikTok for the first time and I saw the people in it, I just howled because it was just done so well, and I was glad to see that you were in there too. I also was glad to see you made it into the one group photo that with Mika.
I did. I was standing in the crowd. I didn't have anything to sign to get signed or anything like that. I don't really want anything signed anyway. But there was someone behind me. I think her name is Mika Polish or something like that.
Oh,
we get it
maybe.
right. And she was standing behind me, and she couldn't get her hand in, so she asked if I could get it, and I held it up, and he immediately signed it, and then he winked straight away. So I was like, okay, that's fair enough then. But it was great.
Yeah.
It was
So
great.
what was like the standout moment for you? Was there one moment that you just went, wow?
There was
Big Girl.
Big Girl. When he sung it, he was I knew. No, I had an aisle seat, so I was like, he's gonna run round. He always runs around. But he didn't just run. He went to the other side of the theater, of the tent immediately, and then I was like, oh no, other side. And he crossed the aisle, and he got to the end. And just before he ran away, he went and tapped both my shoulders and dashed.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
Yes.
And also, I'm taller than him.
You're taller. How tall?
I didn't think that.
How tall are you?
I don't know how tall I am.
Oh, okay. But
Taller than him, though.
But you were taller when you were standing near him.
Yeah. It shocked me.
Well, and you may still grow yet. He's done probably by now, so.
Maybe. But yeah, that was definitely my highlight moment.
Yeah.
But also, so was my mom saying, yeah, I'm a huge fan. I was like, yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That's really good. My husband has endured 16 years of Mika fandom with me, and only just recently is he starting to come around. So you did really well to get your mother turned over.
I know. I mean, she's put up with me complaining about not going for years. So she finally gave in. She said, I'll take you if you just promise me you won't play. So I made a deal. I didn't play any Mika music for a month while she was in the room before. And then on the car journey there, I played a few, and she was like, get it off. But as soon as we were there, hooked.
That's great. Well, I'm glad to hear that.
So am I.
Yeah.
I think that means I can listen to his music in the house on like full volume.
Yeah. For any
good news.
Yeah.
Anytime. Yeah. Also, a second highlight for me would be the two people in front of me. I did ask them if they come on this page, and they said no, but there was a fan. They asked me who I was with, and I said I was alone. Me and my mum had different seats because we bought resale tickets. So she realized I was alone, and then she grabbed me and pulled me in with her and her partner, and we were just dancing. I was the only one with a glow stick, so I was just going mental with that. And she pulled me in the middle, and then she said, it was a bit cheesy, but she went, "Are you okay?" I went, "Yeah, I'm perfect. It's like best one ever, right?" And she went, "But you're okay outside this, right? You're accepted." And I just said, "I am here."
Yeah.
And as cheesy as it sounds, it's really nice to think about now.
Yeah.
Because it just feels like I didn't know who that person was, but she really did care.
Yeah. Oh, that is cool.
So it's a really weird but really close community.
Yeah. Well, I have to say, I mean, over the years, there have been maybe one or two people that have not sort of, they haven't been quite the accepting, or I don't know what the right word is, but in general, everybody has been, great, and has been like a really good community, and yeah, I think we've been lucky, and I think that's also a reflection of Mika. His personality and his the energy he puts out, I think attracts a certain type of person as well. So I think,
definitely.
Yeah. So good.
But yeah,
well,
the one thing that was annoying me at the start was no one was up dancing. It was only me.
Yes.
Like everyone was sitting down, and I was standing up with a glow stick. So it was like a rainbow glow stick, so it was like flashing.
Mhm.
And I turned around to the person behind me because there was three girls behind me who were singing their hearts out, but we're sitting. I was like, I'm sorry, but I'm standing. And then they went, are fine. Then we stood up.
Right.
So there's a little group of us standing to start, and then more people at the front standed, and then it all went in a row, which was good. But yeah, big girl. Yeah, sorry. Big girl and underwater, he was in my row for. But instead of using the phone, I was using the rainbow glow stick lightsaber. So that was good.
Yeah.
I can see myself in the videos.
That's right. And that's important, you know, that you're there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I was going to say, oh, I forgot. It went out of my head. Okay. Not important. So, but, well, I'm glad that you had such a good, positive experience. Oh, I know. I was going to say, people have told me that the jazz festivals do tend to be a more sedate crowd. You know, people are there more to listen to the music, and they're not expecting like a show kind of thing. So,
but you won them over.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But I think maybe that explains some of the reluctance at the beginning, at least, of people to not get up and move around. So, but yeah, he does have that way to. I remember going to a show years ago where security, I was in the front row, and Mika kept waving to people to come up close to this, and security kept bringing us back and making us go back to our seats. And that was the most frustrating because he was up on the stage going,
telling us, So. I mean, the security guard told me it wasn't free, it was 2 times they put my phone away. There was recording, obviously. Told me to put it away, but I had an aisle seat, so I mean, there was people next to me who were also recording, and they weren't told to put it away. But there's nothing I could do about that. But as soon as Underwater came on and everyone's phone was out, you couldn't really do much for that. You can't turn off 2,000 stars.
Yes, that's right.
But yeah, it was a really good night.
Well, I'm so glad. I'm tickled that you had such a good experience for your first Mika show. That's really good.
First Mika Fest. Yeah, great.
Well, thanks for talking with us and sharing. I'm going to see if I can maybe squeeze one more person in before we go, because it's almost the end of the hour. So thank you again, and we'll talk to you again.
Me, and thank you for such a warm welcome from someone else that first met me.
Absolutely. But it was a pleasure to have you join in. So
thank you very much. Okay. All right, see you later. Have a good night.
Too. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, let's see here. Michelle says one of the security guys was a fan and applied to the job to work for the Mika gig. Well, that's awesome. That makes you feel better, right? Ciao Manuela, ciao a tutti, arrivata a casa ora. Oh, she just got home. Excuse me. She's saying thanks to everybody that she met last night. Okay. I'm glad. It sounds like you had a good time too, Manuela. There was one more person, the English Debs. I would like to meet you and see if we can bring you in here. So they're connected, and there she is. Oh, hi. Oh, it's you.
It's me. Hiya, all right.
I am good. I didn't realize I didn't make a connection with your Instagram name and who you were.
Yeah. Well, technically, I'm not really English. I'm more French than English, so it's kind of funny.
Exactly. But so how
it's cultural.
You got there last night and you had a great time?
Yeah, we got there last night. I worked all day, and I live an hour and a half away from Cheltenham, so I drove there with one of my friends who hadn't been to a concert before. And it was great to see her change throughout the concert and just completely lose all the filters that she came in with and just completely feel it and just go with it, and it was fantastic. And she just kept on praising on how great she felt when we came out of it, and it was lovely.
Oh, that's good. That's that adrenaline and just general feel good. you know, that,
yeah, and it's still valid. We still feel great today. She's a work colleague, and we had to be back to work first thing in the morning, so she spent the night at home, and we just came back to work straight away. And it was a little bit of a rough morning, but it was quite all right. But yeah, we handled it pretty well.
To get started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we were still on that concert high, so we still had a little bit of energy to go for.
Yeah. So had it been a long time since you'd seen Mika live, or have the last time I went to live was probably in 2016. Okay, so
it was in a festival in France. It was in Avoine, and I had my trusty lyric book, and that's what he remembers me for. Could you pass me the book, Leslie?
Oh, and say here.
He remembers me for this, you see.
Okay, right, yeah.
All right, and I had my newest updated version last night, and I've made a new cover for it, because all of his lyrics are in there. So I've had to update the thickness of it, because the more albums kept on coming out, and all of the things that are not released, like Yo-Yo and Feels Like Fire and all of that, it's all in there.
Right.
But obviously it gets thicker as we go along.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But yeah, it was great. It was fantastic. I was really hopeful to get something signed when he came out after the concert. And there was just so many people. I just tried to squeeze by the fence, and they had those festival mats that were stuck to the fence, and I was just peeking behind them, trying to fix something. And he came back into to go away, so he came back into the fences, and he saw me holding my big sign like this ahead of me, and he did sign it.
Oh, that's lovely.
So
that's
it goes very nicely in the set that comes with it, and I was wearing the watch, and he saw it, and yeah, I'm still on that little bit of a cloud. I'm still not come down for it.
That's wonderful. Yes, you know, he's for as many people as he sees and has seen over the years, he does have a really good memory for faces, I think.
Yeah.
And he does. It does make you feel good when he recognizes you. And
it does. Yes, for sure. It was quite funny to see that my friend, who we both knew that we had to get up early this morning, and I asked her if she felt all right staying a bit longer, because sometimes he comes out and greets everybody, and she was like, oh heck yes, I'm gonna come. And I was so happy that she was on board with it. And she said to me, well, after the performance that we've just been blessed with, I'm just going to come with, at least to say thank you. And we saw a couple of the musicians. We saw the car before his was all the choir. So there was all of them. We said hi through. They looked through the windows. It was quite lovely.
Yeah.
We had a lovely time.
Oh,
I really loved having Max taking the stage.
I've seen a few of that. Yeah.
It was quite funny, and it just kept those four chords of the same song, and it just kept at it, stopped, and then going again, and it was just the same thing over and over again. So people just kept on laughing. But I have to say, he changes extremely quickly.
He didn't want to give up the stage.
No,
that's
sure. No, but that was extremely quick, and I was really surprised at how fast he can actually get through. Like the whole suit just changed completely. He went from green to bright pink, and it was lovely.
Yeah, I guess he has that too, though. Quick changes.
Yeah.
but
I'm sure he's used to it.
yeah, yeah.
Bless. But yeah, it was fantastic. So great to see him again. And we're going to Bristol for sure. So we'll see him again very soon.
I'm gonna ask, did you plan on going to Bristol already, or did you make that decision after last night?
No, we had the tickets when they went on that pre-sale. We had the tickets before that,
Okay.
but I'm not going to go with the same friend. I've been given the task of converting another couple of friends.
Okay.
So I'll be taking them to Bristol, and Bristol is an hour away. We're inland, and Bristol is up that side, and Cheltenham is up that side, and we're like right in between.
Oh.
So we're not too far off, so we can actually drive there and come back on the same
Yeah.
day.
That makes it nice.
It does.
Almost big.
Yeah.
Practically a home gig. An hour.
But it's lovely.
Yeah. Well,
It's lovely.
I'm so pleased that you had a good time, and it's lovely to see you again.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know that that's who you were when I saw your name. I should have known. There's not a lot of Debs. Universe. There's a few, but not a lot. So, hopefully we'll get to talk to you again real soon, and we'll hear.
Well, thank you for having me.
I'm glad that you were able to connect. You never know.
No problem. I don't always, because sometimes I work late, but I'm really glad to see everyone yesterday and to get to be here, and it was really, really great, and I really enjoyed it, and can't wait for you to be able to join us very soon.
Well, we'll
Hopefully.
see. I'm gonna go start looking again and start looking at airfares and see if anything can work for me. So
hopefully.
Yeah. Well, take good care, and if I don't see you beforehand, enjoy Bristol, but it's still a month and some away.
We're a little while away. It was very nice. It was really nice to see Numo as well. So it's great to have her here as well. It's a great surprise, little treat for the evening. Absolutely. It was great.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, it surprised me.
Yeah, exactly. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Very good. All right, lovely. Well, it was really nice to see everybody.
Yeah.
Really nice to see you, and thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you. We'll talk to you again. Bye.
No problem. See you. Bye-bye.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. So, yes. I think it's a little after 4 o'clock my time. It's getting late for you guys. It's 10 in Europe and 9 in the UK, I guess. So I think I'm going to have to wrap it up, but I really do appreciate all of you who were able to share your enthusiasm and excitement about the show last night. It was wonderful to hear your little stories and anecdotes, and thank you again for sharing all your photos and videos. They definitely help. It's sort of like a sweet torture, right? Because I wasn't there, but I love to see all the videos, but that makes me sad that I wasn't there, and but I know a lot of you understand because you're in the same boat, right? So thank you all very much, and I will just recap very quickly. Remember, the tickets are for sale now for the new date, July 26th in Marbella. Yearbook deadlines, if you want to participate in the 2022 yearbook, get over to mikafanclub.com and see what you need to do to get your submissions in. Please remember about our other Instagram account. Follow us there, Mika Fan Club 2, TOO. And also, we're on TikTok. If you don't follow us there, we're Mika Fan Club _official on TikTok. And give us a follow there. We've been trying to do a little bit more, kind of copying Mika because he's been doing more on TikTok. And if you have any ideas about Pride celebrations, drop me a note. And because we're getting ready for Pride this year. And I think that recaps everything. And I will be trying to share more photos and videos here on Instagram because there were a lot, and a lot of you have been so kind and tagging me, and I will try to get around to everything. I'd like to include as much as I can. And yeah, I think that's about it. I will advertise next week's date. We'll probably be back to the regular Instagram Live time and day, probably Wednesday, unless something else comes up. But watch this space, watch our Instagram stories. And yes, Karen, we have to do the TikToks without without Adam's help, without a professional. So anyway, yeah, I think that was everything. So until next week, when I see you again, take good care. And if you ever have any questions or any feedback at all for me, please don't hesitate to drop me a note here. I would love to hear from you. And then until then, we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.